Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our last live broadcast for today. We just finished up our third session of boot camp. And I got to tell you, this week, for those of you that are in boot camp, we introduced a breakthrough idea that we discovered on Monday and Tuesday that is having phenomenal results for folks. And we're going to be talking more about it. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. It is a huge game changer that will actually deliver 10 times the engagement. So we have folks here for boot camp. So Robin's got a conversation with two people. Danielle is looking for some feedback. Now I need to address something that occurred last night during boot camp. Okay. I'm here to help you. I'm here to answer your questions, point you in the right direction. The students that follow my formula, the students that follow my scripts are having phenomenal results. They're breaking records in their company. And so last night, we had a boot camp participant that's actually been a student for 6 months. And when I logged in to help her with 2 conversations, and I saw that she was totally disregarding my scripts, focusing on herself and not the other person. And in one example, she's talking to somebody who 3 times told her that they were not interested in network marketing, but she kept persisting. Some people felt that was a little harsh. And I'm not harsh, okay? But sometimes people need a little tough love. And I gave her a little last night. So I got all kinds of messages from people in boot camp who went, "Oh my God, I'm afraid to send you something to look at if you're going to be like that." And I assure you, I'm a pussycat, okay? I have tremendous patience and I will work with all of you. And I'll point out, after 6 months, if you're still not following the program, well, I got to tell you, it's like I told her last night, I said, don't tell anybody you went through any of my classes, because you're certainly not doing any of the things that I tell you. So what I'm going to do is, let me just take a quick peek and see who's here. Let me pop over here. So last night, we finished our 3rd session of boot camp, and I want to remind all of you that all the sessions are posted, recorded. You'll be able to go in and watch them at your convenience. And if any of you are in boot camp, please pop your questions in the chat window. Now, next Tuesday, we're going to be jumping into how to close a sale. Four C's: create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, close them. We're going to be adding for this particular boot camp an extra session next Thursday. The daily routine of top earners. And we're doing this because the next day on Friday, well, we're going to be spending the next 3 days looking at teaching everybody how to generate an income, how to become a top earner. Okay, now before I do this, let me pop over here on LinkedIn and let me look up Lorraine, who is in our current boot camp. And let me unmute Lorraine.
I'm unmuted now. Thank you.
Yes, Lorraine. So good afternoon. How are you enjoying boot camp so far?
I'm loving it. Thank you. I've done it once before a long time ago, so this was really great to be back. Thank you.
Well, welcome back. And a couple of things that you want to do that I'm just noticing here. Number one, you need to adjust your settings because right now I can see your followers.
Okay.
So if I can see your followers, it means that you don't have a connect button, you have a follow me button up here, and that's not going to help you.
Okay.
Okay, so if you'd like, we can play a little game here. If you can type in the chat window the email address and password you use to log into your LinkedIn account,
Yep.
nobody's going to see it. I'll jump in there and we'll adjust a couple of things. So I guess welcome back. And what networking company are you working with?
Isogenics.
Okay.
This should work, Max.
Okay, let me come over and well, I'm getting some messages here from people who say that they didn't think I was too harsh. So you know, I had a coaching student in Amsterdam. I love her, but getting her to ask that first question, what do you do, was like pulling teeth. And she just felt that was too businesslike. You know, she wanted to, you know, kind of warm things up, and she loved texting. So, I mean, we literally went through 3 rounds of coaching, and every time I would look at her conversations, it was all the same. So finally, to get her attention, I said, listen, I am not going to look at any conversation you send me unless the first question you ask the person is, what do you do? And so I let her go for a week doing that. And then I jumped into her account and literally, because she had asked that first question, I ended up following the scripts. Well, let's see here. Okay, so is it possible? Let's see, maybe I make sure I spelled it right.
No, you have an extra S after the E.
Okay, I see that.
I think the J is kept.
Is that right?
I believe it is, yeah.
And after I showed her, I mean, literally, we took one conversation and we literally went right to putting her in a position where she could introduce a business. I mean, it was like a light bulb went off for her. And 2 weeks later, she ends up connecting with somebody in Cyprus, I believe, a network marketer that had a group of 50,000 people. And he was looking for a new home. She brought him into her business, and then she made so much money, she took off for 6 months. But she finally got it. All right, so here, if we look at your profile, now let's just quickly run through your settings, because they've made some additions. Primarily, let's check visibility. See this, see, you're hiding your connections, but who can see members you follow? You don't want anybody to see who you're following, because the people that you're connected to are also the people the people that are following you are also the people that you're connected to. So you don't want people prospecting your your prospects. Let's come over here. This is all turned on. We have one other thing. Okay, another big one. Lorraine, this is huge. See, right
Yep.
now, only the people you're connected to can see when
Yep.
you're online.
Yep.
We want to make sure that anybody on LinkedIn that looks at your profile, as long as you're logged in, is going to see you're there. And that is going to create a huge amount of activity. And then over here, make follow primary. We got to turn that off. Okay. And
Okay.
now you should be good to go. So let's come back over here to your LinkedIn. Now, how long have you been on Isagenix?
9 years.
Okay. 9 years.
Be 9 years in December.
Good for you. Let's see what, let me just do a little math here. 2022, 2013. So, yeah, back then I think I did 2 or 3 IC universities, and all right. So, okay, so now let's come back over to your, okay, so I want to show you something. So right now you're connected to 12,000 people.
Right.
And one of the things that we're going to discover, okay, so we come over here to your connections. There are going to be people that you connected with years ago.
Absolutely.
That haven't followed up with. You've been busy.
Right.
Okay. And so you can kick off and generate right out of the gate a lot of activity. Let's come down here.
That's one of the things that I've been concerned with my follow-up from 2 years of COVID. I talked to so many people, but
Mhm.
I've I've not reached out to them again.
Oh, well, okay, so here. All right, so this is your isogenics business right here. Right?
Yeah,
Now, what we want to do is we want to create a name that's going to make people.
okay, so I have a name, it's fabulous, begins at 50.
Okay.
If you go down to the next one,
Okay. Okay. Now, what you can do here is if we edit this,
okay,
and we're just going to do one little thing. We're going to change the date.
oh yeah, I heard you say that to Carla last night.
From December to October. And so what that's going to do is that's going to create an anniversary. Another thing that you could do we come up here to contact information. And your birthday is December the 19th. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down here and we're going to change this to November. And let's make it November 1st. And what this is going to do is this is going to create a flood of birthday wishes. Okay. And
Can I just ask you something?
of course.
When I set up my BNI chapter success coach,
Mhm.
I didn't get one message of when I put in as a new job or whatever,
Mhm.
which I was very surprised at.
Okay, let me explain probably why.
Okay,
See, everybody knows what BNI is, or
Right.
most people do. When you start something new, and you're basically saying you're a BNI chapter success coach.
right,
Well, everybody knows, most people know what BNI is. And it, again, people see it, but there's nobody reacted or responded to it. What you want to do, in fact, what I'll give you a call a little later, and I'll
okay,
something so that you can do that create incredible curiosity. That's what it's all about.
okay. The other thing is I'm not, you know how you get in notifications? I don't get any birthdays.
Okay. Well, let's go over to your settings.
I used to, but I haven't for a really long time.
And say, so let's take a look at notifications. And well, They're all turned on.
You know, I did a search and asked why I wasn't getting them, and they said they weren't actually putting them out anymore. But I know Carla says she gets them every once in a while. Can you turn off sponsored messages or not?
You know, I think you can. So you got all of these turned off.
Okay,
All
is
right.
that good or bad?
No, it's good.
Okay.
You know, when you got as many people that you're connected to as you are, you know, it can literally fill things up. What I'm going to suggest, if we come over here under the way you get notified, under email, what I would do is turn these off so it doesn't fill up your mailbox with stuff.
I'm not getting a lot of emails through here.
Okay, well, typically, well, it would go to your email address. That's attached to that's attached to LinkedIn. So maybe it's not something that you commonly use, but I'll give you a call a little later. And now Robin says she gets a lot of birthday stuff. Okay,
Well,
so
maybe we need to look at Robin's.
yeah, let's take a look at. Let me see.
When you call me, I won't be back home until Eastern time, probably around 4:30, because when I leave here, I go out.
Okay, so the number I have for you ends in 0257. Is that your number?
Yes, correct. Thank you.
I'll be calling you from area code 561.
Okay,
I'll give you a call around 4:30, maybe 5 o'clock.
that'd be perfect. Thank you.
All right, so now let me log out of your account. So the folks, the first part of this process is conversation. Talking to people. Actually, it's your profile. From your profile, now we're talking about conversation. So let me come back into my account. And let's look at Danielle's profile. Okay. All right, so let me unmute Danielle.
Good morning, Max.
Good morning, Danielle. All right, so Okay. So you're a former director of music. Let's come down here and look at your profile. So you've done a few things that you don't have listed on here. Former director of music, secretary with the Department of Highway Patrol. I think I saw that.
Public health.
All right, so well, for one thing, if this is, you know, you should be capitalized. You know, if you want to put down actor, then you should capitalize the A. And what I would probably do is I would say professional actor. When you say you were a master member, what does that mean?
It was sales.
Okay.
It was a network marketing company selling printing services.
Okay, so if you were involved in sales, it doesn't matter. You want to put something in here that shows you're in, you know, it was a sales job. So maybe you could call yourself regional sales, you know, something that gives people a better idea what it is. Now you come up here to gotta have a plan B. Is this working for you?
I don't know yet.
All right, well, okay, so if you're just starting to do this, then let me give you my professional opinion is this is not going to work. Okay, you have to understand, and so many people miss this. All right, you put your profile up here, and that frees you up to go out and network. We don't have to wait for people to come to us. We can go out and we could proactively search for people that we know based on who they are and what they do. Man, they would be perfect in our business. They've got the skills, they've got the experience, and they belong to a group of professionals that are naturally attracted to our business. Doesn't matter what the business is, as long as we're going after the right professionals. So you want to put yourself out here and be the person that the people you're reaching out to would like to connect with. So you owner at plan, got to have a plan B. Okay, now, if you're a former teacher, you're still a teacher. If you're a former actor, you're an actor. That doesn't mean it's something that you're doing right now, but you want to put things in here that when people look at you, they're going to say, wow, this is somebody I need to know. This is somebody I need to network with. For example, so what do you do? Number one, you're an entrepreneur. Number two, you're a home business coach. You teach people how to start businesses to work from home. God knows how many people want to start a home-based business. All right. So we give you, we went through it in boot camp, taglines that will make people curious about what you do. They will be more inclined to not only accept the connection, but they're going to be more inclined to want to know more about you. Your headline here is not going to help you. And you got to be really careful because you're not going to be the only one in your company that's reaching out to people. Now let's just come down here a little bit. Okay, so you're an office manager. You're doing this part-time,
Right.
and at the same point in time, you gotta have a plan B. Okay? This does not make people curious about, people may ask you to be polite. Okay, my team and I are passionate, so let's look at this. Having everyday people become everyday success stories, meeting new people and building better relationships. My team and I are passionate about helping people achieve the life of their dreams. Why don't you just call yourself I'm an active network marketer and I'd like to have you in my business. Because that's what this says right here.
Okay.
All right, you got to change it. You will find more people will be interested in asking you what you do if you become more interesting to them. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to okay, Lorraine, I'll call you at 5. So let's look and see. All right, so I'm going to pop out of my account and we're going to pop into Mohammed's account because he's got a conversation. And I can see Tom has a conversation too. So we'll look at both of those. Did I see Robin? Okay, so we're going to pop over here. Robin, I was just looking to see if you had any conversations. So take a look at Tasha. What's TAS like? Now, so you can see you're connected. So let's see who you're talking to. See, I mean, you gotta love this because people, they're making it easy to pick out the people you want to talk to. Now, I don't remember who we were talking to yesterday, but we brought up a profile, a picture, and I got to tell you, not a very nice picture. The person wasn't smiling. I mean, LinkedIn lets you literally take a picture with your camera now. So she's open to work. All right, now let's look at the conversation. Well, before we do that, let's look at her profile. She's open to work. Experienced operations team lead. Sales, management. So according to this, she's a digital designer for a company and she's still working here. According to this, she still works for a health company. So obviously, one of the first questions you'd want to know is, what do you do? You want to look at everything. So according to this, she's got 2 jobs. And yet she's looking for another job. Okay, so you reached out to her. Now, the icebreaker. How long have you been on LinkedIn? How's it working for you? This is a question you could ask anybody. Confirming the connection, paying them a compliment. Hey, you're really a nice person. She responded to you. We sent her a motivating image. Now, I know we said that the answer that you get contains the seeds to your next question. I haven't gotten a single job opportunity from this site. Okay. But it's not the best question. You're coming down here and saying, hey, I'm sorry to hear you haven't gotten a single job opportunity. Why do you think that is? Okay. So you got a conversation going. She's talking to you. But you never ask the first primary question. What does she do? All right. According to this, it says she's a digital designer. She's been doing this for 10 months. However, down here, it says she works for this insurance company. She's been doing this for 4 years. First question you always want to know is, what do they do? Now, is she still working here? If she's still working here, why is she looking for another job? Why? Well, passive income, I wouldn't exactly call it passive income because she's got to do it. So what you have to do, again, you got distracted. You got distracted. So, but she likes talking to you, probably because, I don't know. Well, there's nothing on your page that has you appear to be one of those people. Passive income and stress release. Okay. So the question that we needed to ask earlier was, why why are you looking to leave health that's the first thing you want to touch on. Why are you looking to leave? Now, we just don't want to make this an interrogation, so we can come back and we can say, you know what? Passive income and stress relief. So we could say, I'm a big fan. And nobody. The question is, why are you looking to leave elements, health? But so that's the question. You always want to know what do they do? Well, that's good. You know, you're going through the whole profile. And yes, we want to know all the things about them. But the first thing that you need to know about someone, especially if they've got this open to work thing, if they got an open to work thing and they're still working, why do they want to leave their current job? If they've got the open to work thing and they're not working and they haven't been working for 3 months, it could be, well, why'd you leave your last job? If they've been out of work for more than 3 months, what have you been doing to earn a living since you left your last job? Okay, now let's go over. And what did you send me that thing in text? Okay, so what I would do here, I wouldn't, at this part of the conversation, I would not say, have a nice weekend. I thought you would be. I would just go with, now, if it's been a while, you can say, I'm sorry for my delayed response. But the message that they want to see right out of the gate is I thought that you'd be interested in this. Now, before I get into the details, it's important I hope you understand how our business model works. What you want to say here is, let me explain how our business model works. This other stuff is irrelevant. Okay. Before I get into the details, because you're getting into details here. Let me explain how our business model works. So network marketing is an industry where large companies use word of mouth advertising to generate sales and reward their distributors with healthy commissions on sales for doing so. Okay, this is one of the scripts, but it's not one of the scripts. Let me go over here. What you want to start with okay, now this is how you describe network marketing. Network marketing enables professionals with an entrepreneurial spirit to build a business around products or a service that are constantly in demand and serve a huge market. Network marketers are passionate about their products and companies because they help so many people okay, so this is the first part. Because this builds up the legitimacy. In fact, you could even say, in fact, many network marketing companies are public companies. Now, let me come back over here. And let me pop into Peter's account. And let's look at how to end up over there. Gala. Okay, so you start to talk to her. Now, another way to do this would be to say, but I have a lot of friends that are teachers. So again, she said, well, why do you ask? So she's asking the same question again. So we're going to answer the question, then we're going to ask another question. So let's look at her profile. Teacher. So she was a professor. Then she goes to work for a law firm. And now she's back teaching again. Okay, so Peter, I'm curious, what prompted you to reach out to her in the first place? Because I don't see out of the gate I don't see the need.
Well, one, she's a teacher, and two, she's actually looking for, she says she's looking for a job.
Where does it say she's looking for a job?
That's what she said,
Okay,
conversation. That's what she said in that conversation.
okay, so, all right, okay, so she's telling you, I've been actively looking for a new job for the last 3 months. Okay, my point is, unless there was something on her page that says she was looking for a job, like the green frame, or she's puts it out there, on the surface, you're looking to talk to a teacher, okay? So you lucked out. I'm actively looking for a job for the last 3 months. Again, so you say, why did you stop working at Klein ISD? She didn't stop. She didn't stop. Now, or maybe she did. I've been looking for a new job for the last 3 months. You use the words who, what, when, where, how, and why to ask questions. Why did you stop working? No, the better question, because according to her profile, she's working here. The better question would be why? Why are you looking for a new job? Now, so maybe she's left the school and she's doing something else. I'm working 68 hours a week these days. So you're asking her what prompted you to become a teacher? Again, she's coming back, and the reason that people don't get into the flow, there's a good lesson here for all of you. She keeps coming back. So why are you asking me all these questions? All right, because the questions that we're asking are out of sync. It's kind of like you're a detective. Had you come up here, I'm looking for a new job for the last 3 months. Why? What? Why? According to her profile, it says she's working. So why? Okay, so I'm currently employed. Now, is she working here? If we'd asked her, why are you looking for a new job? Well, she basically told you, I'm overworked and underpaid. Well, most teachers are overworked and underpaid. Most of my friends that are teachers are all in the same boat you're in. So the best thing is to ask them questions. So here, never update the information on their profile. What are you currently doing? Would have been a natural question. We'll have to look at this tomorrow, because again, we have to get into a conversation flow. That's what it's all about. Why do you ask? Why are you asking me all these questions? Okay, so this was on Monday. Today is Friday. I hope you had a nice week. Many ah, yeah, there's something going on. My fingers are. Many of my friends are teachers. So why do you ask? Throwing a little LOL. Okay, now. I'm looking at new ventures. Now, the harder it is for her to find a new position, the easier it's going to be for you to talk about something else. So you always want to have something, a plan, an idea. Where's this conversation going to go? All right, let me pop back into my account. Think about all the people that you have access to. All right, so let's look at Grace.
Already. Ready?
Okay, so let's unmute Grace.
Hey, Max.
Hello,
Thank-
Grace.
Thank you so much. You have no idea. I've been struggling to get this thing done, and I even got 2 of these things. But anyway, help.
So you got 2 of these.
Yeah, I was just trying because one of them, and you got on the right one, because this is the one that I did more on. There was one on Gmail too, but I'm trying to close it. I don't even know how to close it out yet. And I was trying to merge the 2 of them together, but I was having trouble with why is it that on my devices, the screen is different than on my phone and as well as on my iPad? Because I was looking at it on my iPad and it doesn't open up and spread out like this. This is nice. So only the Microsoft will do this for me like this?
Well, what kind of devices do you have?
I have a Surface, I have an iPad, and then I have a Samsung phone.
Okay, well, first of all, you're talking about different,
Setups, the Android versus
you talk about different instruments, and you talk about different screens, images,
Yeah.
because they're all different. So,
Yeah.
and so your images on of a LinkedIn account on your phone is going to be different than on a desktop or laptop.
Mhm.
So what do you do?
I've been retired for the past almost 6 years.
Retired from what?
Hmm?
Retired from what?
I was a health and physical education teacher. I have background in exercise physiology. That's my PhD. I've done a number of things, and I'm just starting out now with Care Beyond.
Okay. Okay. Have you been in network marketing before?
I've never really did well with network marketing. I think at one time, do you remember the Kirby vacuum cleaners? When I was working on my master's, I tried to do Kirby, didn't work well. I've played around a little bit, but I never was good at Mary Kay. Let me see. I signed on with Nature Sunshine Products at one time. I never even saw that LinkedIn thing. So you have more information than I have. Let me see. What else did I do? That had to do with network marketing. There's something else, but I can't remember it right now. But it's not really enough. It's not a lot.
Gotcha. Okay, well, for one thing, obviously we need to fill this in and more information about yourself.
Okay. So that information that I put up there, it should actually be down in my experiences.
They're different. So you work for a construction company.
I've been administrative assistant. I use their
School teacher.
mhm.
What are some of the other things you've done?
Yeah, I've done. I was a manager for an employee fitness center working out of the risk management department in Daytona. Let's see. I worked as an exercise therapist at a rehabilitation facility. What else have I done? I was an assistant, an administrative assistant. I had several administrative assistant positions, but most of them were like temp jobs. One, I worked for a charter school. I put together their personnel handbook. For another one, let's see, I worked at the University of Penn.
Grace, are you in boot camp?
Yes.
Okay. So you're in the October boot camp now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I just got some of the other things to go back and look at to clean up some things, because it took me almost until Tuesday just to even try to get this profile up, and I ended up having it two different places. So I'm in the catch up. I'm in catch up mode.
Okay, so I'm trying to find you in our database. How are you listed?
Okay. When we got registered, it might be under my other email, the seekingeasy2@gmail.com. That's the way I've been communicating, asking for. I was the one who was bugging about the toolbox, the boot camp toolbox.
Right, but under what name?
Grace Hankinson. It's going to be Grace Hankinson, but it's going to be with a different email. The email would be the seekingeasy2@gmail.com.
So it's seeking
Easy2, SEEKINEZ, the number 2 @gmail. I had wanted it to be under Outlook, but for some reason Outlook was funking up that day. So this is the only way that I could get in.
So it's seeking, SEEKING.
No, drop the G and do EZ.
So EASY or just EZ?
No, EZ, E and then Z. SEEKINEZ, the number 2, and Gmail. at Gmail. I've had Gmail, I've had Live, I've had MSN, I've had, okay. But anyway, Outlook is the professional one that I'm trying to use for this, but it's not going to be like that with our workshop. I've gotten my information through the Gmail one. So both of them is me. And thanks, Max. I've been listening on like 3 of the other sessions. I couldn't get in yesterday and even this morning, but I've been trying to learn.
What's having a problem finding, what's the best phone number to reach you?
The 267
Wait a minute. Okay,
242 6465.
yeah, I'm gonna ask somebody in my office to give you a call.
I'm also on when I call them back, they're gonna get this Google Voice number.
Okay,
But that's not my primary number. It's just the number that you'll see if I call you. But if you call me, 267-242-6465 is the best number to call.
I'll have somebody give you a call.
Thanks.
See if
Max.
we can help you, folks. As for the rest of you, we're gonna be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock for those of you that are in boot camp.
Max,
Yes,
how'd you like my struggle of a picture? Is that okay? It was hard to find a pic and it's not professional, but what you think?
oh, it's good.
Is it okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, I had a hard time coming up with that one, but thank you.
Yeah, you did good. All right. So we'll be back with all of you tomorrow at 11 o'clock. And, we're basically here to help all of you master this process that will have you talking to more people. And the better people you talk to, the more successful you're going to be. We'll catch up to you tomorrow.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.